This is your captain speaking.
As part of our State of Streaming series, we dug deep into Netflix, Disney Plus, Prime Video, Paramount Plus, Apple TV Plus, Peacock, Hulu, AMC Plus, Max, and Crunchyroll, offering reviews of each. But if you haven't had time to check out our findings, or were interested to see how they lined up against each other, we've got you covered. A ranking of all 10 services, based on the quality of their original films and series, the depths of their libraries, the functionality of their user interfaces, and perhaps most importantly, what they cost.
Just want to manage expectations.
While most services scored around the same mark, this list highlights what makes some of them stand out as just a little bit above the others. Stick around to the end to find out which streaming service is most deserving of your subscription in 2023.
I always figured that tea was just gonna taste like hot brown water. And you know what? I was right. Yeah, it's horrible. No, thank you.
Welcome to England.
The issue with Apple TV Plus isn't what's on the streamer, it's what's not. With the exception of classic Fraggle Rock and Peanuts TV specials, which are each special in their own way, there's no back catalog to supplement first-rate series and films like Ted Lasso, Severance, and Wolfwalkers.
And be careful, they bite.
Making Apple TV Plus more of an additive service rather than a standalone one. Seeing as most people have multiple streaming subscriptions, this is by no means a deal breaker, and for some, this will likely be worth the relatively affordable price. But this does put Apple TV Plus at a disadvantage compared to other streamers, all of which have potential to be your sole streamer, depending on what you're looking for.
All right, let's do this roll call. It's freezing up here. Blase. Where you at, Blase?
With an effort to establish itself as the streaming home of Star Trek, Paramount Plus has made a solid inroad into the marketplace. But while there's a good selection of new TV and films on the app, it often makes that programming a little harder to watch than necessary, and the quality of its originals can vary vastly.
Scene about family arguing over sauce.
If you're looking to replicate the broadcast TV model of dramas and real-world inspired series, or if you really love Taylor Sheridan, then you'll likely be interested in Paramount Plus's offerings. But if you want the expansive genre fare and unexpected choices, the service comes up a little short.
Oh yeah, that's water. None for me, thanks.
That said, a collection of new and classic Star Trek series and many of the franchise's movie spin-offs makes this a fun addition to a well-rounded streaming service lineup.
Imagine that your dad died, and then you found out that you had a dad, and he lived across the world. Wouldn't you at least want to meet him?
No.
AMC Plus may not seem like it has much to offer, but it actually has a solid back catalog thanks to the inventive way that it bundles content from AMC's other apps. Not only do you get critically acclaimed originals like Gangs of London and Interview with a Vampire, but subscribers can also access the full catalogs from Shudder, Sundance Now, and IFC Unlimited. That's really exciting for fans of indie cinema and genre filmmaking, especially since Shudder is one of the best streamers out there.
Brace yourself, you are going to get some calls about that.
If you're already paying $6.99 a month for Shudder, you may as well add $2 to the bill and upgrade to AMC Plus. There's also great BBC America programming like Killing Eve and Happy Valley. If you're looking for an eclectic catalog that will introduce you to new favorites and underseen gems, then AMC Plus could be a great choice.
Buddy, you think you look strong? You're just a cheap knockoff.
Amazon Prime subscribers have finally started to notice that their 2-day shipping and grocery discounts come with a whole streaming service too. All it took was some satirically violent superhero action, a correctly sized Jack Reacher,
Cuffs didn't fit him. You guys recycle.
and expensive fantasy epics that make House Targaryen look downright thrifty by comparison. Prime Video is now available as a standalone product and will soon join the latest trend by introducing ads to its most affordable tier. But it also snaps onto a handful of premium cable outlets and other streamers, including some on this list, via the Prime Video channels. Buyer beware, while Prime Video has a selection worthy of the everything store, the deeper you go into the search results, the likelier you are to find some of the ugliest video transfers ever streamed.
So if I'm here, then the exit is... Oh, they have a Foot Locker. Oh, son of a...
Peacock has come a long way since its less than impressive launch. In the spring of 2020, the NBC Universal streamer wasn't even available on Roku or Amazon devices, shutting out a large chunk of potential subscribers. Not only has the app improved since then, but its selection has too.
What are you waiting for? I haven't finished my drink.
Peacock boasts a truly impressive TV back catalog that will entertain viewers who love to binge classic shows, and it features a ton of great films, including a horror lined up primed for spooky season movie nights. While Peacock is definitely still growing into itself, when it comes to value and variety, the streamer stands up tall and offers something a little bit different and fair bit cheaper than the others.
You will not be taking our pod today, sir.
Well, are you making your voice deeper?
The appeal of an all-Disney streaming service has always been easier to understand than that of its Hollywood rivals. The Walt Disney Company has spent a century cultivating a reputation for all-ages entertainment, built on a foundation of beloved characters and classic features. That foundation has only grown in footprint following the acquisitions of Pixar, Marvel, Lucasfilm, and the Muppets, and the entirety of another showbiz institution, 20th Century Fox. Those names and the colorful on-screen tiles representing them remain the core of what you'll find on Disney Plus 4 years after its launch. What you won't find increasingly are the original streaming series and movies that once padded out its library. If the app takes a little long to load these days, or it glitches out while flipping from the Simpsons hub to one collecting the adventures of Indiana Jones, don't blame exiles like Willow or Turner and Hooch for clogging things up. But maybe blame spiking subscription fees on all the unrecouped money Disney threw at those and other Disney Plus exclusives. It might seem wild for what is essentially a niche streamer to come this close to the top of our list, ranking above Prime Video and Disney Plus, but the reality is that for the cost, choice, and ease of use, Crunchyroll just stands above those services. In all honesty, it almost reached the runner-up position on the strength of its affordability and comprehensive catalog, hence our high review scores. But since we want to be able to recommend great one-stop shop services, Crunchyroll's specialized offerings came just behind two of the bigger streamers. With over 1,000 series, including a mix of some of the greatest anime ever made, ongoing simulcasts, and deep-cut gems, this is a service that offers far more than a $7.99 price point would suggest. The app has also grown leaps and bounds, with a smooth, lightweight interface that delivers stunning, high-quality playback. As Guillermo del Toro put it at the 2023 Oscars,
"Animation is cinema. Animation is not a genre.
It's a medium in and of itself, one that Crunchyroll presents in a full array of storytelling forms, styles, and tones."
We're not working together anymore. Are you f***ing serious? Are you f***ing kidding me right now? You just f***ed this moment.
Yes, it was the first streamer to purge whole wings of its library out of loyalty to the bottom line. Sure, it could have integrated the likes of Dr. Pimple Popper and 90 Day Fiancé a little more, shall we say, elegantly.
I love you, UK.
And no, the one to watch for HBO doesn't say The Sopranos, Dragons, and Carrie Bradshaw live here, quite like the name HBO Max. But none of that changes the fact that the rebranded Max has an unbeatable film selection, with or without Batgirl, and best-in-class picture quality to go along with its premium price tag. The new app even runs easier and lighter than its predecessor. It'd be nice to see some of those Looney Tunes shorts back or a login on Roku without a remote, but David Zaslav has to do a lot more damage to Max to knock it out of streaming's top tier.
Detain your friend.
We're not friends.
We're work wives.
We're not work wives.
We're sister wives.
We're not any kind of
Shut
wives.
up, both of you.
The gold standard in streaming is no longer the gold medalist. Netflix's ubiquity and recommendations continue to drive the pop culture conversation. But today, the topics of that conversation include more than the latest semi-forgotten cable drama riding the algorithm to the top of the charts.
Together, we'd make a pretty good team.
In 2023, Netflix subscribers are also talking about lag and buffering. The ad-free basic plan is no longer available to new or returning customers. The new standard tier is nearly twice the price, though standard with ads is a relative steal at $6.99 a month, with HD video to boot. Still, no other streamer can beat Netflix's international offerings, and for every wannabe blockbuster tossed into the red and black void, it can still generate a high-profile hit like Wednesday.
King, how could you do this? It was me who made you a vampire.
It is what it is.
Ain't that the truth, Elvis?
In a time of price increases, mockable rebrands, and shrinking libraries, it feels like streaming's promise of an all-access media utopia never came to fruition. Leave it to one of the originals to come closest to fulfilling those abandoned visions. Easy to use and well-stocked with award-winning original series, familiar TV favorites, and 4K UHD visuals at every subscription level, Hulu is our pick for 2023's top streaming service. Watch Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez solve murders on demand. Drop in on the bear at all hours of the day and do it all without sacrificing everything you still enjoy about cable. Hulu plus live TV gives cord cutters access to local TV, sports, and cable channels like Comedy Central and Bravo. Though its rising monthly cost proves that even the best streamer isn't immune to the problems plaguing its competition. Will Hulu be able to fend off Netflix and Max again next year? With Disney and Comcast once more negotiating over its ownership, who's to say Hulu will even be around in 2024? Cherish those 4 green letters while you still can. If there's one thing we've learned in the past year, it's that nothing in streaming lasts forever.
Is that it, Evans? That's it, Charlie.
And that was our list of the top 10 streaming platforms of 2023. For more, make sure to check out our full reviews of each of these platforms. And of course, keep your eyes on IGN wherever you like to watch.